Hello everyone, this is Josh, aka the Biscuit Eater, and I wanted to thank you all for joining me on the 9th episode of my playthrough of Feed the Beast's Minecraft Modpack Academy. Now, if you're new to this series, I am doing a basic run-through of this mod pack, as it's designed to walk new players through how to use some of the most common mods that FTB mod packs use. If this is your first time with the series, thank you very much for joining. You can find a link to the playlist in the description down below. Otherwise, just sit back and relax. In our previous episode, we finally got ourselves into some mid-game armor, showed off a bit of automation we had set up, and prepared ourselves for creating a monster grinder. Today, we are going to we actually have made some progress in our villager breeder, so I'll show that off to you to get some decent enchants. I show off my XP storage. I'll share a sped up version of creating a more efficient monster grinder, and given time, we'll even start working on a disenchanting table and a better storage solution. I'm actually hoping to get us into refined storage. All so we can eventually survive the Twilight Forest, and also get our blaze grinder up and running as well. But without further ado, don't let yourself get eaten alive by Twilight mosquitoes. Remember that Prot 4 is your friend, and let's go ahead and cue the intro.
All I need is me, myself, and I. Sometimes I wish I was somebody else. I was somebody else. I go my own way. Don't care what you say.
Alright, so before we move forward, let's go ahead and talk again about what we were looking at when we were getting ourselves set up for a mob grinder. We had mentioned the mob grinding utilities. We were going to use the, where are they now? Mob fans, which is really inexpensive. Mob fans push the mobs in a particular direction. We were going to use a mob masher, which involves iron swords, iron spikes, which are just more swords and iron, redstone, more iron and diamond. So a little spendy, but definitely worth it since one dab will do ya. And then some various upgrades along the way. Mob fan upgrades are pretty inexpensive, thankfully, and even the masher upgrades, while a little bit spendier, especially in the gold side, since we don't have a huge amount of gold, it still was readily doable. So when I get to the sped up version, you'll see some of that. I've already actually done it before I started recording this part, but I got that done shortly after we got offline the other day. You will also see me use the entity conveyor, which, again, now that we've got slime, not very expensive, so relatively easy to make those, especially since all this makes 6 of them. So that is what we started with today. But before we get there, also going to look at a few other things. You're also going to see very shortly some stuff I set up with singularity tanks, which essentially just use any glass and iron, so relatively cheap. An XP drain. This is a little less cheap, as it does use Eye of Ender, which is an Ender Pearl and Blaze Powder. With what we're going to do today, I will be mostly using up all my Ender everything. I'm not going to have much more Ender Pearls, so we're going to have to find a better way to pick up some of those in the near future, since Eye of Ender is needed to find an actual end portal. But in Blaze Powder, once we get the Blaze Grinder up and running, Blaze Powder is going to be a cinch. So I'm not really worried about that. Don't even know what a Dark Oak Stone is. Oh, the other thing, Absorption Hopper. I do not know why I was not able to pull up the crafting, and apparently at some point during my work yesterday, or my last, I don't know why I say yesterday, the last time I recorded, which was a couple days ago, I completely missed it. It actually did change over to the crafting recipe for the absorption hopper. So I am going to be able to make my existing grinders even more efficient as a result, which makes me really happy, because I did not want to have to use normal hoppers and the like, so or have the open space where one, light was going in, reducing the spawn rates, and I was losing out on a lot of the XP orbs. So we'll get that set up momentarily. But let's go ahead right now. What I'd like to do is, I do have in my menu, or in my inventory, the makings of the majority of these. So we're going to make 2 absorption hoppers to start. Reason why is we want to, okay, actually 2 for that. we want to replace the current setup on both of the grinders. I did upgrade the spider grinder as well. I made it a little bit better, and actually I've got myself set up so I can stand a bit away from it, and more mobs will show up in there because I've made that the best location for mobs to show up, and so I can actually get quite a bit more. Again, I'll show you what I've done. I've totally revamped the spider spawner area. But yeah, so let's go ahead and make ourselves 2 absorption grinders. We want 2 eyes of ender because we're gonna make 2. We're gonna make 1 absorption. We only really need 1 for each. So we're gonna do 1 absorption hopper for the spider and 1 for the red cap. We can make 2 again. Press down shift while hitting plus will allow you to set it up to create both. There we go. We now have 2 absorption hoppers. Next, I wanted to show you how I made the singularity tanks, which you're going to see in use here in my base shortly. Singularity tank, which will hold liquid XP or fluid XP, pardon. It's called fluid XP in this particular mod. So, but quite literally, it is just 5 pieces of glass, any glass, and iron ingots. We'll go ahead and make 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be all I need. The other things I did make, I'm not going to make it today, right now, is a XP drain, which allows me to take the XP that's on my person and actually drain it into a storage receptacle. The reason I'm not going to make it is it did require 2 eyes of ender per drain. I only need 1 drain right now, and so that's what I'm sticking with. I also created a XP tap, which allows me to turn fluid XP into XP orbs, so I can then, I can use the absorption hopper to grab the fluid XP or the XP orbs from the grinder, turn that into fluid XP, and grab the various items. But in the singularity tanks that are holding XP, I can put these little spigots, as it were, the XP tap, onto them, and it will allow me to then get that XP as orbs I can then take to my main storage facility. So we're going to go ahead and make a total of 4 of these. Again, 1 for each of the singularity tanks. We're going to use 2 singularity tanks for each of our grinders when we update them. Beyond that, the other thing that I wanted to make here before we get going, or at least I wanted to show you, the item ducts and fluid ducts. These, I actually have already gotten the XP for these, and my apologies for that. I had meant to do that on recording and completely forgot. I told you guys that I wasn't going to... I said I wasn't going to do anything that would get... or any quests offline. I kind of screwed up there. But for this, I need hardened... For item duct, we need hardened glass, which is a little difficult, but doable. Pyrotheme is sulfur, redstone, blaze powder, sulfur. I actually was able to pick up some sulfur from the mob grinder I'm going to show you. It's a rarer drop, but it is something I have been able to get. But we also are able to get it from other processes. Primarily, I was just getting off of drops. I don't know where the drops come from, but I was able to get off of drops. But we'll be able to get a lot more of it in the future. But yeah, I was able to get it that way. So I made some of those. I was able to make some of those. And then we've got fluid ducts. Which is any glass and copper. So fluid ducts will I use quite a bit here. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and get rid of anything I don't need in there. We'll go ahead and drop you babies off because I don't need that. Alright, and of course crates, storage crates. I can only do small so far. But small storage crate is quite literally just 4 chests of any sort, wood casing, which is just a bunch of wooden sticks, and log, and then more wood. So small storage crates are not hard. The larger ones, I mean, I'd love to have medium, because medium actually gets 2 inventories of that size, but that requires void crystal blocks, which I currently to this day only have 2 void crystals, because the only way I've found to get them currently is to find them in astral sorcery locations, and it's a very rare drop. If I'm able to get the atomic reconstructor, I can turn coal into void crystal, and it'll be a lot easier, and we're probably going to need that for a lot of the further, especially, I know I'm definitely going to need it for Draconic, but a lot of expansions it's going to be necessary. Let's see, how much sulfur do I have left, actually? Let's see. I have, yeah, so I've got about 46 sulfur left. Not much, but it's still quite a bit that I've been able to pick up. Anyways, let's show off some of the things I've done. I mentioned I'm going to do some refined storage. I'm actually planning on doing refined storage and RF tools down here in this area. RF tools basically gives me electricity, as it were. RF, redstone flux, is the primary energy source in this mod pack, and so I'm going to have on this side redstone flux stuff, and over here we'll have our refined storage. Our drives and such will be over here, and then that will lead up to cables will go up to the actual control panel that'll keep above ground, or well, above that area. Now, I mentioned I've taken care of my XP problem. I mentioned I was going to have a drain. I do, so I can now just sit here and you can watch my XP just drain out into it, quite literally. It even sounds like a drain, which is kind of funny. It's slow going. I don't know of any way to speed it up, but especially when you have higher XP levels, which I've been doing a lot of grinding in my off hours, just sitting next to or in close range to my grinders just to get the XP. But let's do that. And so while I've been doing that, I went down here and I created an XP storage system. I mentioned a lot of fluid ducts, a lot of servos. Basically what it does is standard fluid duct, which allows the fluid to go down. Each servo tells it which direction to move things over. I just have redstone disabled so it doesn't try to change it around or try to push it in either direction or not know where to push it. Servos tell it which direction to push in. And so yeah, I've got quite a bit of liquid XP stored in here. I mean, I don't know ways to expand. I wish this particular mod pack had the flat transfer nodes that are available in, I don't remember what expansion pack that is, or which mod pack that is, but those allow you to place an actual transfer node, what works like the fluid ducts, and on the side of an object, and then place an object right next to it, allowing them to touch. Or I wish these chests, or these singularity tanks would combine when you stack them next to each other. Unfortunately, that is not in the cards. So this is what we've got for now. And if I need to expand, then I'll expand. What we have here, I mentioned we've got the XP tap, quite literally. While it's on, it turns that fluid XP into XP orbs that I can then carry. One of the other nice things here is, oh, that's, okay, yeah. Again, been doing a lot of grinding, and I have a bunch more to bring over. So yeah, so I could just sit here, do whatever I'm doing offline, get rid of any excess XP. This way, if I get killed, I don't lose all of that XP, and this XP is available to me when I want to start enchanting. The reason why that's important is the way XP is used by vanilla Minecraft is relatively inefficient. The difference between 40 levels and 30 is a exponential difference, but 30 XP levels will drop you to 10, and you actually lose a whole bunch of additional XP. It's really kind of weird. So having this, if I need to use 30 XP, I can just use the tap to go up to 30 XP, come back up, do what I need to do, and call it good. I was having trouble actually bringing a final tank up here with the tap. I may eventually switch things around, but for now, what I have is going to be the best for me. But anyways, I'm not going to make you sit there and wait. Let's go ahead and take a look. Show you. Oh, yes. Before we go on to the spawners, I wanted to show you the actual progress I'd made with my villager breeder. As we all know, we got to this point, which was working just fine, but we didn't have our actual shopping area quite yet. So I did expand. The reason I have it like this is if for any reason my villagers get out of this base here, they can't, or out of the mine carts, they still can get out of here. But if I put them on a mine cart and push them, they'll go through the glass without issue. It's because technically the mine cart's only a one block option, so they go through without suffocating. Now granted, that does mean baby zombies could get in and harm them, but if that happens, I'm just kind of boned anyways, and there's really no way to prevent it that I am aware of. So beyond that, we have, like I said, their final place. If I go in here, I now have quite a few librarians. Not all of them have what I was wanting, but this is what, once I discovered they're a librarian, brought them over, tried to level them up as much as I could. This one could get me a Frostwalker. Eventually I will want ice, so having Frostwalker will be very nice. As well, we've got Sweeping Edge. Can't really use it. Not sure what Smashing does. I don't think those will work with Tinker's tools, but as we go up to the more powerful weaponry, I'm sure that will become helpful. This one, Feather Falling, very good. Cursive Binding, totally unhelpful, but this was wonderful. Unbreaking 3, which means I now have Unbreaking 3 on all of my items. Still don't know how to actually repair them yet. I hope that comes eventually. Beyond that, I've got Silk Touch, again, very useful. Now I don't have to, well, granted, again, not useful on Tinker's Construct, but if I ever go outside Tinker's Construct, it will be useful. Fortune 3, also useful outside of Tinker's Construct. Night Vision could be very useful. Holding 4, I don't know what that does. I do not know what that does, but we did get Punch 2 and Silk Touch. I don't actually have you guys. Do I not have you leveled up yet, or just... Oh yeah, I haven't leveled you guys up yet. You have... All you have right now is Fortune 2, and you currently only have... Oh, you have Reaper 5, which would be nice if I wasn't using a Tinker's tool. Now, here, the reason why this is important, again, is just this gives me some opportunities at not only enchants, but emeralds, which I have not found very many emeralds at all in the world. So, most of the emeralds I have, I got through trades. Soulbound, which, Soulbound's nice. Soulbound will actually, if you die, it'll stay on your body. It'll stay with you when you show back up at your spawn point. So that's useful. Thorns is very useful. I will probably be using Thorns, since basically that means if something hits you, they also take damage. This guy has Thorns 3, Leech 2. I think Leech 2 gives you health when you do damage to them, and Feather Falling, which makes you able to handle longer falls. Unbreaking 2, not so great. Smelting, not so useful. Knockback, not so useful. But again, I take what I get until I find better. So this is what I've got for them so far. I got a little bit of paper left. No emeralds left because I use all my emeralds. That's why the other guys are not leveled up yet. I need to do some more trades, get myself some more emeralds. So there we have that. Now, next up, let's go ahead and check out our red cap spawner. So for the red cap spawner, we need to go to the Twilight Forest. Wow, that was long distance, wasn't it? Jeez, guys. Might as well pick up the rest. Alright, so let's try that again. Where are you? I hear you. You're super close. Oh, that must... That's right, I saw a guy with a trumpet in the smeltery. So... Alright, where's my dome? And oh, I don't have my slime sling. Dagnabbit. That's okay. We will just jump because we'll cheat. Alright, so here we go. Oh, and I did not get myself any food, so I need to be careful. So anyways, here is the finished... Oh, well, crud muffins. Hello. Alright, oh, this is the finished spawner. Goodness gracious. Pardon me for a second. Ah, shut up. Go away. Okay, let's take care of... We've got mobs in here, so let's take care of that real quick. That's right, already have you. Hey, wow, this is... Guess I got hit by another... Yeah, that's right, I remember getting hit by him. Okay, so... Most of them... Where are you? I hear you. Where are you? I can hear you. Show yourself. Sorry, folks. Distracted for a moment there. Anyways, so we are going to pause for just a brief moment, and I will show you a sped up version of my creation of this grinder, and then we'll go inside. So be back in just a moment. Alright, so that was a bit of time for you, not quite so much for me, because of course I just started recording again, but yeah. Well, go ahead and take care of you guys. You go away. Go away. Oh wow, I did not know that they came with or they could place TNT. That's just annoying. Jeez. Okay, so there are so many of you here. Okay. Anyways, we'll continue. There we go. So yeah, they're in there. I don't know why they're not all. Okay, so all right. So this is what I've been doing so far. So yeah, what goes through is these guys. The reason why I've been doing it is I've been wanting to get armor enchants. Armor enchants can be used with a disenchanter to actually pick up the enchant. Something here is not working because they shouldn't even be surviving. They should just all be dying very loudly. Of course, I get a lot of unenchanted stuff, so I've spent some time actually repairing the tools and just leaving them here, and also getting these drops. So we'll go ahead and drop that in there. We'll leave that be. This is quite simply right now just these guys here and the wind, but we are going to go ahead and actually update this. But to do so, we need to turn off the fans. Make sure you're turned off. Make sure you're turned off. Okay, thank you. Okay, go back in here, because what we're going to do is we're going to set up our mob absorber. So for that, we'll go ahead, actually, we're going to go ahead and put everything in here for now. Because this is going to be a little bit of an endeavor. That we're going to need stone. Actually, we're going to need a little bit more stone now that I think about it. So let's go ahead and pull out just basically grabbing a little bit of cobblestone, because we're going to fill up the gaps there since we don't need the hoppers anymore. Because we're going to put an absorption hopper right there. In fact, let's actually do that right now. So we're going to put an absorption hopper, 2 tanks, 2 crates. I need more crates. Should have created more crates. That's okay. Oh no, I just need 1 crate because I already have the 1 crate here. That's why. Okay. Anyways, absorption hopper is going to go right here. Then we're going to put a tank here, tank here, tank there. We're going to put XP tap there, XP tap there. We're going to do fluid up, and fluid, is it west? Nope, it's not west. Okay, so west is right towards me. So if that's west, then that would be south. Okay, correct. So fluid south. We'll then put crate and crate. Tell it to put down item and north. Alright, you'll see now that it's connected to each of these. So as things drop, they'll go there, it'll get XP, and all will be good. So next step, go ahead and pull pull you. Then, try to get me, guys. Come on. Yeah, come on. I see you. I see you. You see me now. Yep. All right. So, anyways, let's you know what I need to do? I'll put you right there for a moment. I also need to turn off the show area for these, for the fans, because I need to be able to see where the absorption hopper is going to go. A little bit of... Okay, try that again. Okie dokie. So down we go. And the reason we do this is so that nothing can get us out there. Okay. So, let's go back down again. Come on, guys. Come at me. Come at me, bro. Okay, and we need you to show your area. And see, right now, it's going to catch over here. We don't need it all the way over here. So we will go ahead and tell it to move. So we found out towards us is north-south. So if I move it... Okay, it's moving towards me. Or no. Is it? No. Let's try this again. Alright, so we've got fluid is going south and up. So we need to offset west-east. Okay. So doing that. It's 2 there. Let's try it again a little bit more. Okay, we don't want to come this way. Okay. I'm really sorry. This is... Okay, so I'm facing north. I want it to go... Okay, so let's up. We'll do up a little bit, because it doesn't need to be... Alright, so we want it to be back down where it was, so... Alright, sorry about this, folks. It's just, I wanted to do this actually live on game. So there's the edge. We want that... So we got north here, so we wanted to go east. We wanted to go to the east. So... Oh, okay. There we go. So now, it should capture nearly everything there. We can give it a higher... We can give it a higher location if we want, or further and larger if we want, although it costs about 4 ender pearls, so I can't afford that at the moment. But I'm going to go ahead and push this just 1 more to the east. Oh, I guess 4 is as much as we can do. That's fine. Okay, so this will now note everything is getting picked up in there, in this area. So, next step is we're going to go ahead and let them all come at me. Reason why you saw him going there is, remember, I had the... Oh, they're like almost like treadmills. This is where it could get dicey. There we go. Alright. Because we don't need the hopper anymore. There we go. So now, I don't need all that, because already getting XP, and we're already getting drops. So that's a positive there. Now let's go back and... Let's go ahead and turn our stuff back on. Make sure sure you're on now. Okay, perfect. Well, hello there. Turn you on. And turn you on. Yep, now they're going to scream and yell. This is why when I do this, I tend to not actually stay here. I hear you. Well, hi there. Eventually, I'll probably clear out a lot of these. We'll try to see if I can clear out a lot of these overhangs where these guys like to pop up and drop on me. Did this because I wanted to try to see if I could get more to show up there. Essentially, I'm about between 23 and 26 blocks away from where I normally stand. But it did not seem to work. Hi there, mister. I don't like you. Okay, anyways. So, there we are. And make sure you're turned on. You are turned on. Alright, so we have everything there. I'm going to go ahead and grab my stuff again. Let's go ahead and drop the drops back in here because I don't have the time for that right now. I'll come back and clean this all up at a later time. But yeah, one thing you can do, like I mentioned, I think I mentioned in a previous episode, is you are able to take any solidified experience, shift, and right click, and it'll use it all. So, really nice and convenient. Make sure I got everything. Okay, yes. But yeah, so again, the whole idea here is to find a expedient way to get experience mods. Not experience mods. To get the enchantment books by using the disenchantment table, which we'll use in a moment. Excuse me. So make sure I have everything here. Looks like we are good to go. I have everything on me that I need. Let's grab you, because I do need that later, or I may need that later on. I've got my singularity tanks. I've got my taps. Alright, perfect. So we are good to go. Alright, so the other one I had, for that we'll need to go home. And then we want to go to our spider spawner, a spider grinder, which, as you can see, this also has been changed. Oh wow, and it looks like a bunch of other stuff have come in here. Holy crud, what all is in there? Oh well, while it's working on getting those dead. Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time just sitting outside here. I basically, again, just like the other one, I set myself up a little place I can set up so they'll show up, and because that's again a perfect spawning point. But wow, I don't usually come here with the sound on, so I'm not used to it being quite this loud. Let me go ahead. In fact, I'm going to turn down the hostile creatures for a little bit. There we go. Alright, so what I've been using is this right here. What I'd like to do is essentially get rid of the unnecessary item blocks there. And I've got a lot more. This one was a little bit more of a arbitrary build. So I really want to improve this particular setup a lot better than it currently is, and That's just going to take a little bit of work on my part offline. But we will set up a mob absorber there. But what I've done here is essentially, you'll notice that we got item ducts here. The item ducts come, basically, we've got one set that's coming out of this guy, filtering out anything that shows up that it actually fits within these drawers that I've already set up, and automatically inserts them, which is, for obvious reasons, incredibly useful. Okay. It's a half block, that's why I couldn't jump up. And because they were backing up so commonly, I actually set up another one. Wow, let's use the right tool. That went around over the back and actually connected to another drawer controller here. So that is what we've got there. And yeah, I will come at another time. I'm going to have to clear everything out here. Really just completely redo this setup, because this is not efficient. And see where we can go from there. So we're not going to actually do the absorber right now. I didn't realize just how many mobs are in there and are not coming out. Alright, so we've got a ton of stuff there, and this also is pretty useful when I'm doing my basically my AFKing to get this thing to create. I get a lot more armor based, or a lot more armors, and those are occasionally enchanted as well. And so we can use an enchanter using XP to get the get at least one enchantment off of them, if I understand how that works correctly. So let's go ahead and do that next. We're gonna go ahead and go back home. Like I said, I will deal with that later. I won't make you guys deal with that mess. So let's go ahead and throw everything I can in there. We'll throw the extras that I don't need for the moment. Gold nugget we'll hold on to. Here. Shut down everything. Gold nugget we'll throw in there. So what I want to create next is the disenchantment table. There we go, disenchanter. This is going to require quite a bit. I'm going to need 2 enchanting books of any sort, looks like. 3 bookshelves, which we can easily make. An enchantment table, which is going to cost a little bit, but we've got the stuff to do it. And a draconic core. Now, I have not done anything in draconic evolution. Draconic core, though, just needs gold, diamond, and draconium ingots. I have already gathered up quite a bit of draconium. Draconium, primarily, I found in the nether, although I've also been able to find it just out and about while doing my mining in the overworld. I found a little bit more in the nether. But draconium dust, if you smelt it in a furnace, you can't do it in the smeltery, sadly, but if you smelt it in a furnace, it will become draconic ore, which, see, I know I have, yeah, here we go. I had quite a bit, so I made sure to make it up, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going into draconic evolution pretty soon here. So, said we needed gold. And what else did we need for draconic core? Diamonds. And we need diamonds anyhow, so go ahead, and I have about 117 diamonds, so we'll grab a stack. And let's start making. So, draconic core. Or actually, you know what, before we do that, let's go ahead and do our quests. Again, sorry for the ones that I didn't do while you were with me, but I tried to actually show them here. Make a servo. Retriever just basically pulls items instead of pushing them. Item ducts. We'll make more item ducts. And fluid ducts. We'll make more fluid ducts. Have not made lava ducts yet. Don't know if that's going to give us access to more stuff, but we'll get back to that later. So, Twilight Forest. Not going to, until I actually kill a Naga, which I believe is at the top of those wizard towers. We're not going to collect that yet. I did make slime channels, which is a slime channel essentially is quite literally cooking congealed slime blocks. So relatively easy to make, and they flow like water, and they supposedly push mobs. I didn't find that they worked quite as well. I tried to use them on my spider spawner, which may be part of the actual sound you heard, and I just did not like how they worked. So that's why I went with the conveyors instead, because those seem to work a lot better. So we'll go ahead and get that and that. Well, hey, that's a blue slime sapling, which we don't have yet. So we've got, yeah, we don't have a blue slime sapling yet. We just have the purple. So let's actually fix that. Reason why I want slimy grass is slime saplings do not grow on regular grass, they grow on slimy grass. Alright, that will start actually growing and getting me more. Great. Wonderful. Okay. And well, I guess I could have used one of those and instead of having to make my own. Oh well. So we've actually completed all the miscellaneous quests that are available to us right now. It says we're at 58%, which tells me either there's more that'll be opened later or something to that effect. Yeah, Botania we're not going to be able to get any further until we actually make a portal Alfheim, which is going to take quite a bit, and I'm just not ready for that yet. Alright, so again, let's get back to our disenchanting table. So we have the draconic core we want to make. Go ahead and make that. Boom. We need emeralds. I should have a couple emeralds. Don't have many left. About 100, okay. Actually, I had more than I thought I did. I guess I didn't take all of them with me with my villagers. Alright, so let's try that again. So, got the 2 there. Need 2 enchanting books, which, easy enough. Just grab 2 here. Don't need smite because I don't do weapon enchants. Blast plot is okay. Yeah, we'll do knockback. Why not? Go ahead and make ourselves an enchanting table. Need a book for that. Do I have a spare book? That's guidebook. We have books. Okay, very good. Oh, we need to make bookshelves, which I need books and wood for. I need wood planks for that. Let's get a couple more. Alright, so we got our wood planks. So, we'll need 3 bookshelves. Oh, come on. Alright, we'll do it manually. We're doing it live! The heck? That sounded really close. Okay, nothing seemed to die. Okay, that just sounded really close. Whew, okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, so. And, okay, so 1, 2, 3. Don't need any more than that. Go back here. Do we have our enchantment table? Oh. No, we don't, because we need obsidian, and I don't have it in my... Are they unloaded? Where did my obsidian go? Obsidian? Oh, that's right. I have this obsidian over here. Well, just grab a stack. Why not? So, enchantment table. Boom. Got that. So we should now be able to make... Oh. It has to be oak bookshelves? Are you kidding me? Can't just be any bookshelf. Has to be oak bookshelves. Well, poo. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, do we have oak? I'll go wood. Oak wood. Okay, so. Let's do it again. I just presumed it would take any. 1, 2, 3. Boom, we have a disenchanter. And I'll go ahead and just stick that right here. So, what we can do then is we can take something with an enchantment that we want. Stick it in there. Stick a book in there. Extract. There we go. And so we get that, and the bow has become normal. So we now have Unbreaking 1. I can do that with all these other items. So protection, take protection 1 and throw that in there. Extract. Assuming it should show progress. Oh, okay. It's waiting for me to say which. Oh, I'm wondering maybe. Oh, does this mean I get to choose which enchantment? Do I have any with multiple enchants on it? Hold on. Here we go. Here's one with 2 different enchants on it. Oh. And is it taking 20? Oh, okay. Soulbound 3. That seems to take... Okay, so that's the cost. So it's going to cost a lot of XP to do this. But that's actually very encouraging. I'm happy. Alright, so that's something you don't need to wait for me to do. But so then I can take the stuff that is finished and put it on there. I can repair them if I want and get the basic goods out of it afterwards. So there we go. We now have a disenchanter. Alright. Now, if you'll bear with me just a little longer, there's some stuff I need to do offline. Not here, but actually in the real world. But I will be right back. Alright, thank you very much for waiting. I am back, and we're going to go ahead now and look into setting up our refined storage. But for refined storage, we're going to need energy, and I'm hoping that these quests will expand out a little bit once we get some actual energy. We do have basic there, but okay, so let's go ahead and try to finish out these 4 quests. So steam-powered dynamo. Steam dynamo. We'll need redstone transmission coil, copper gear, iron ingot, copper ingot, and redstone. Copper gear, we just need 4 copper ingots. So let's go ahead and get that. Copper, I believe, is that. No, it's aluminum, brass. Where's my bronze? Copper. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I just needed 1. Yes, I just needed 1. So we'll go ahead and make our copper ingot. Our copper gear, rather. Then let's go ahead and steam dynamo. Let's make sure I actually have it here. We need to make a redstone transmission coil, which is silver and redstone. Oh, but we can go ahead and I'm gonna just throw you guys in here. Don't need you right now. Now let's go ahead and just tuck away anything I don't need right now. Oh, none of you are... Wow. Okay. Thank you. At least got a little bit of that away. We'll throw the rest of you in here. You guys go up here. Go ahead and cook for me. In fact, actually, let's have a little snack. I don't need you guys in my offhand right at the moment. Alright, so, again, where was I? Redstone. That's right, we need redstone and silver. So we'll get a stack of redstone. Got plenty of redstone for mining. Let's see, silver. Where is my silver? Here we go. We'll get a stack of silver. Why not? Okay. We'll get the transmission coil. Just need 1. And then we'll need iron and copper. Need 2 stacks, thank you. Okay, that should be enough to get us a steam dynamo. Alright, Okay, that gave us two quests completed. Interesting. Oh, wow, yeah, that expanded us out just a little bit. Aqueous accumulator. What are you? Pulls water from surroundings. Interesting. Okay, well, let's make Old King Coal. The coal generator is any cobblestone, any coal, and iron casing. I have iron casings from when I plundered some villages. Just gotta find them. I've got them in here somewhere. No, that's basically. Where did I keep them? Are you over here? Yes, okay. So we've got iron casing. Alright, so what did I need? I needed coal generator. So I need cobble, charcoal or coal, and iron casing. So we can do that easy. And where are you? Coal, you're right there. Okay. These, I'm sure, are not going to be the most efficient, but right now we're just doing the quests. Okay, and then magmatic dynamo. Okay, another redstone, iron, and invar. Do I have any invar? I'm sure I do. And invar gear. Okay. So we'll get a stack of invar. Where do I have? Ah, we do. Okay, we don't have much. Actually, since that's the case, so for that, we're going to need to find a way to develop lava, I think. So invar. Invar comes from casting, and molten invar is an alloy of iron and nickel. Okay, so if we need more invar, we can definitely do that. We're probably going to need more invar. So let's go ahead and do this. So again, magnetic, we want redstone transmission coil. Done. Invar gear. Done. And magmatic dynamo. Then reservoir. Stores and transfers fluid. Can refill equipment. Used to empty fluid. Used while sneaking to activate. Press none to change on use action. Fluid, lava. This is a bauble. Do I have a bauble space for it? I do. Use while sneaking to activate. So does that mean I can just fill it with lava? Walk up to lava? I wonder if I can go into the nether and fill it with lava. That'd be interesting. Let's continue onward. Then we had a pitiful fuel generator. That cobble gold machine case. Oh, that's going to need a lot of redstone, but we can do it. Iron and planks. So let's go ahead, and I just had that pile of planks. Should be enough. All right, let's go ahead and do it. So pitiful. Machine case. We need to make a block of redstone. Okay, apparently it's just gonna make me do it manually. It should be fine. Hopefully I don't have to actually chisel it. Nope. Okay, good. And then we'll need iron gear. We need 2 of those. We need gold and a furnace. Okay, so you guys go here. Furnace, easy enough. Gold I can grab. And we have our pitiful generator. Yay, I get 127 sticks. Wonderful, excuse me. Alright, so now one of the things you need to have in order to be able to save, because you're going to generate RF, if you don't actually save it, it will be lost eventually. So you want to actually create an energy cell. For the energy cell, looks like we're going to need a block of redstone, lead ingots, which lead I can do, conductance coil, which is just... Oh, I don't have electrum yet. How do we get electrum? Molten electrum. Where do I find... Okay, silver and gold. Okay, silver and gold I can do. We'll do that offline most likely. Again, that's a lot of waiting for melting. You guys don't need to worry about it. But let's go ahead and continue. And so, and then energy cell frame, which is any glass, iron, and a lead gear. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit to do, so we'll wait on that. Leadstone fluidex. To make a leadstone fluidex, any glass, lead, and redstone. And these are used to these transfer energy between lead, RF generators. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be nice. Pulverizer. Don't necessarily need it for pulverization because we use smelting for our ores, but in circumstances where you don't have the smeltery, pulverizer will be useful to actually double your ore output, which means one ore will create 2 ingots instead of just 1, as opposed to just doing regular smelting in a furnace. And microwave. Not sure what microwave. See, uses RF to smelt items. Not much use there because we have the smeltery, but this is just having... Okay, that's why I got that, because I had the actual editions manual in my hand when this became available. The atomic reconstructor, we were talking about that earlier. That is going to be very useful in the very near future. To wit, we have what we need to make this. So let's go ahead and grab another iron casing. I actually already have one. And let's go ahead and make that. So that was a atomic reconstructor. We should be able to do just like that. Wonderful. And I'll probably end up showing you how to use that during our next episode. But we'll go ahead and take that quest. Oh, doesn't give me a reward, but auto maker, auto placer, energy laser relay, the crushinator, 2-for-1 special, powered furnace, farmer. Interesting. A lot of stuff that we can make there. Okay, well, there's another one that we can make relatively easily. Just wants any wood. And paper, which I should have. Do I not have any paper left in here? Did I take it all with me? I guess I did. That's okay. 1, 2, 3. We'll make that. So, okay, so now we have industrial foregoing. Again, doesn't give us any special rewards. Tree, okay, and this is where we get into plastics. Pretty sure. Where we basically, a tree fluid extractor will generate latex whenever there's a log block in front of it. It does not work with dynamic tree logs, so you will have to place regular logs instead. Logs will slowly be used up until they break and will need to be replaced. Latex processing unit will convert 75 millibuckets of latex and 1,000 millibuckets of water into 1 tiny dry rubber. Crafting 9 together will create dry rubber, which can be smelted to make plastic. So that's going to be very useful in the future. So excellent. But let's check our time. Bear with me a moment. Okay, yeah. Problem is, we have already exceeded an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and close up the episode here. So, with all that said, as always, if you like what I'm doing here, please do me a favor and make sure to like or dislike the video. Make sure to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to leave me a comment or some constructive criticism in the comment section below. This will help, again, my videos become surfaced more for other users like yourself. And if you find that you're not getting notifications coming through YouTube, because we all know that does happen sometimes, I do make sure to send notices about all my video uploads via my Twitter, @BiscuitEaterYT. And again, as always, I do appreciate you coming along this journey with me. I hope that this is as much fun for you as it is for me. But until we meet again, game on, lovelies.